Hi guys, welcome to Simply Scuba. Here we have the Santi E.Lite Drysuit. So as the name suggests, this is a pretty light dry suit. This is really the top of their range at the moment. It's improved over the previous version of the E.Lite with some newer materials that give it a nicer feel, especially on the inside. It's still nice and flexible. It's made for the kind of technical diver in mind, so it's got all these little features kind of all over it. Comes as standard with their Smart Seal system on their cuffs, which I'll show you in a second. It's a real nice sort of all-over suit. So taking a closer look, starting up at the neck, so it comes as standard with a latex neck seal. Very traditional, very standard, and nice and tough. It's covered over by a neoprene sort of cover section. So this just allows you, one, to tuck in your hood underneath so you get a better layering. It comes as standard with a hood in the bag. It comes with a really nice bag as well, good sort of watertight duffel bag. But the hood, it's just going to slow the water down so it doesn't flush into the hoods. But it also protects this sort of lower section of the latex neck seal as well. So it's going to protect that from the usual abrasion and from sort of rubbing straps. So moving down the suit, you have your inflation valve. So these are Apeks Valves. They do a 360 turn, but to go all the way around, you have to go the other direction. It stops when it points directly up, but it's rare that your hose points up. So you can have that hose routing in from whatever direction you prefer, and the traditional push button to inflate. Down across your front, you have a plastic zipper, which is protected by this outer zipper. I'll show you the inside in a second. We're just going to go over the outside first. But comes all the way over your left-hand shoulder, all the way down, and seals down at your right-hand hip. So it's really easy to get in and out of the suit all by yourself. You don't need your buddy to help you get in and out of it. Moving down to the shoulders, you have the high-profile Apeks dump valve as well. So this is automatic, so you can change how sensitive this is. You can screw it all the way in just to close it. You can unscrew it to make it a bit lighter and vent some gas, or you can bash it if you need to sort of dump some gas as you're ascending. So moving down to the cuff. So this is the Smart Seal system. So this is a latex seal, but as you can see, it's fitted to a ring system, which is quite unusual. But what's even more unusual is the fact that it's a flexible system. So it means that you can swap and change those seals over incredibly quickly. You just pop out the internal sort of flexible ring, and then you can fit another latex or a silicone cuff on the fly. So if you rip that sort of whilst you're getting kitted up, it's not the end of the world. You don't have to send it back in to get another seal fitted. You can do it then and there incredibly quickly. So that's a really nice feature. Moving down, so this is a telescopic body. So that just allows for, one, it makes it a lot easier to get in and out of it. Two, it means it's nice and neat, but it also means no matter how tall you are, it can sort of adjust a little bit so it's nice and comfortable. And yeah, it just keeps you in position. So big, chunky, elasticated crotch strap. It's got a nice feel to it. It turns into a Y at the back, so it's not a single piece running sort of all the way through. Again, just making it nice and comfortable. You can see the crotch has a separate material. This is a bit more abrasion resistant. So in that usual kind of high wear and tear area, that's gonna stay sort of nice and tough for a long, long time. So you have pockets on either thigh, and these are really good sized pockets. You've got this little rail that just gives you something to grab hold of, especially if you're wearing chunky gloves or dry gloves, gives you something to grab hold of. In the lid of that, on this little flap, you have a quick access little pocket. So for your bolt snaps or something, there's a little anchor point in there, so you can click them off so you ain't gonna lose them. But just a quick access pocket, so to get hold of smaller items. Grab hold of that. Big section of Velcro means no matter what you've got inside of that, you can just slap it down and it seals. Separated pockets, you've got a smaller one on the inside, a big cavernous pocket on the outside. This has got two anchor points as well, so you can really sort of tie things off and click them off and not lose them. And they're bright yellow, so they're really easy to see even when it's pretty dark. You've got little vents down at the bottom as well, so these don't fill up with water. Plenty of space inside of that, even for a real big DSMB or a spare mask and a reel, you name it, you can probably fit it in that pocket. Very similar on the other side. Same size pocket, it's got all the same features, plenty of storage in this dry suit. So moving down the knees, so we have even tougher material covering over this. This is Kevlar material, so a usual high wear and tear area in the knees. This is abrasion resistant, so yeah, you're really not going to have to worry about sort of ripping and tearing certain areas of this suit. Down to the boots, so real smart boots. So these are a nice thin sort of neoprene boots. You get plenty of flexibility, especially in the ankles. No matter what thin kick you're using, it's going to be comfortable. You got this Velcro section, so you can really tighten it up. Means that it's a little bit wider up, so it's easy to get your foot in, but then you can tighten it up, seal it on, so the boot doesn't slip around, so it doesn't feel like a welly whilst you're in the water. Protected areas over the toe and the heel. You've got little sort of fin strap notch on that as well, so that's going to hold it in position. And the bottom of the boot is nice and flexible, so again, it's really comfortable for whatever fin kick you're using. I'm just going to spin it around really quickly so you can see the back. Very simple detailing, and this is where that kind of Y strap sort of spreads the weight and really sort of keeps that top section of the torso down. Okay, inside the suit, so you have a protective zipper over the top of the main dry zipper, and this is a plastic zipper, so it's very flexible, very easy to get in and out of it, unlike the old sort of brass zips that are real sort of work to get in and out of. Very quick and easy to get in all by yourself. On the inside, we have our suspenders. So they're going to hold up the bottom section of the suit, and as you can see, we have a pocket that's built into that, so you can keep your essentials safe and with you, even if you want to take them on the dive. But especially when you're on the dive site, you want to keep your car keys and your wallets nice and safe, so you can stow them in there, and it's nice and safe towards you. You also have a little loop on there. Again, if you want to tie something off, you can put your dive computer on that when you're not using it. And that's a real sort of nice feature, just to hold your dry suit up whilst you're walking around the dive site. So all in all, it's a nice membrane dry suit, quite lightweight as well. All of the warmth is going to come from the undersuit that you're wearing, but it is very tough. It comes with lots of sort of understated features. The material itself is nice and abrasion resistant. It feels nice and soft as well. So it's a fantastic dry suit. This is the Santi E.Lite Plus. Thanks for watching and safe diving.
We are an online dive store serving the UK and the world for all your diving equipment needs. So why not visit us at simplyscuba.com or click the box on your screen.